I see messages getting deleted in chat. Yeah, don't, like, tell me everything in the game and whatnot. I'll find it on my own. I'm playing the game. Alright, well, I have enough for Physical Mastery 5 now, which is fantastic. Let's jump down here and go grab that Me-Man, and then back to the ley line, grab that Me-Man, and then get our Almighty Mastery 5. Sounds like a good plan to Chaos.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Hey,
Dark Sutra, decent. I really want more physical sutras, if anything, so I can just give them all to Seth. I'll feel better about using more of them. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Since Soji for worshipping Sho Kanzeon Bosatsu, they the Buddha that heed everyone's wishes, grants peace too. Yeah, yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Is this your first time playing this game? Yes. It's my first time playing an SMT game. I played a lot of Persona, though. Right, give me this Me-Man. Hey, bud. You sense and presence of powerful demons mean this part of Dot too dangerous. It's nothing to worry about, dude. This is your first SMT. How do you feel it compares to Persona, if you don't mind me asking? Persona's better. I like Persona more.
Welcome. Nice work.
I mean, the gameplay is really fun, and, the gameplay is really fun and rewarding. Sometimes it can be a little annoying with the level of difficulty, but that's what SMT is known for, obviously, I'm aware. Oh, those are Gospels. I thought I was getting the other thing. I thought I was getting the 3 Glory Crystals there. That must be 175 or 180. But, you know. Oh, I can now buy whittled goats. Unnecessary. But above all else, Persona, like, knocks it out of the park with characters and story much better than SMT does. Which, again, is kind of under, like, I understand that that's what SMT is about. SMT doesn't focus as much on storyline or character building and whatnot. But me, personally, as a gamer, I care a lot more about the characters in the storyline. So, the fact that they don't focus on that as much means that I like Persona a lot better. Yo, I could maybe put Resist Fizz on my main character, and then he resists or nulls everything. That being said, SMT V, it's a pretty good game. It's a good game. I recommend it. It's fun. But again, I much prefer Persona. Vasuki, you loser. Get wrecked. Remember that glasses girl? No. She didn't... The girl with Lamu didn't wear glasses, did she? Are you actually making a joke, Wolfen? Or is there actually a character that was important at some point, but I just don't remember? You can talk to Glasses Girl in the Fairy Village. She sometimes has new dialogue. Oh, the sister of Yuzuru! Oh, yeah, she, I did actually forget about her, yes. The characters in this game don't really matter. They're whatever. IMO. I don't think they're not like awful or anything. I mean, Dazai is pretty bad. But like Yuzuru, like they're just kind of there, right? Like Tao and Yuzuru and whatever. I'm just kind of like, yeah, you like exist, I guess. But like, I don't care about any of the characters in this game near as much as I do the majority of characters in any Persona game. Personally. But again, you know, that's not what SMT V really goes for, which is fair. But also, as a result, me, a person who, when I play video games, really cares about the storyline and the characters. Like, I mean, I've said it plenty of times before. It's the reason that, like, some of my favorite series are... Oh, is that Yuzuru right there? What the heck? As someone whose favorite games are, like, the Tales of franchise, the Persona franchise, Final Fantasy VII Remake, stuff like that, I care the most about characters and story. Like, those are the things I most care about in video games that I'm really interested in and I really want to see built up a lot. So, obviously, a game that specifically is like, we don't focus on that as much, is going to be a lot less interesting to me than ones that do. I didn't think that this would, like, blank me out when I came up to you like this. Okay. So you're here after all. I was worried since I suddenly lost contact. We were just talking about you, dude. As a Nahobino, you're closer to the recreation of the world than anyone else. But, just like you, I now know that I'm worthy of that duty as well.
Wait a sec.
I don't intend to compete with you, but if you aren't clearly dedicated to our cause, then I ask that you don't get involved. I'm better than you, and I'll do what I want. Tokyo means everything to me, and ideally, I hope you would feel the same way.
Moment.
Sire Yuzuru, we must be off. We cannot allow the other gods to get ahead of us. Right. Alright, whatever, loser. Me man right down here.
Bye-bye.
Disappointing when checking behind somewhere and find nothing, right? Found me at least. Count for something. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Whoop. I get the feeling the demons Odin, Kansu, Zeus, and Vasuki have more character than Yuzuru, Dazai, and Glasses Girl. Yeah, I agree with that, honestly. Like, if I had to pick the characters that I was most interested in this game, I don't know if I'd say, like, Odin in them, because, like, they just show up, say their thing, and then you go fight them to the death, like we did with Vasuki. But I'd probably say Abdiel is, like, one of the most, if not the most interesting character in this game. And even then, I don't really care about Abdiel all that much, so, you know, that's not a good thing. But again, that's not what they're really going for with SMT. I can understand that. Not every game needs to be like every other game. However, as a result, because of that, it means that I will not enjoy a game that is focused on what SMT is focused on as much as I would a game like Persona, which is far more focused on the overall storyline and the building of characters and sympathizing with them and whatnot. Way back, lotus flowers bloom in summer, pink color so beautiful. Huh? Where this memory from? Beats me, dude. Thanks for the glory. Alright, I want to get at least one more me, man, before I go use my glory. I had to remember who Abdiel was. Abdiel has become, like, kind of irrelevant since I beat her up, but I'm sure she's gonna show up with, like, super evil Dazai at some point to fight against. Hey there, buddy. What's up, dude? Heading north to get you to Shinobazu Pond, huh? You already been? Yeah, dude. Fork over the glory. Are there any other me-men super close to me? Yes. There and up there. We should grab those two. I don't want to just spend the next, like, 30 minutes gathering a bajillion me-men. But I also don't want to later have to find a bajillion me-men. So we should grab a bunch right now. Although I actually am realizing now this one is on the other side of this barrier up high, isn't it? I can probably loop around to it real fast. Where is this lad? Do higher level. Is this going to be able to get me around to him? Does this loop around to the right? I think it does. It should. Hey, Naberos, you going to summon all those Decorabia like you always do, loser? Whoop. All right, so I need to hang a left. Oh, yeah, I can just jump up onto this up here, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, here we go. I assume the only purpose going over here is to get this me-man. Holographic trading card. Yu-Gi-Oh time, finally. Hey, bud, what you doing over here? Here, right between Troj Street and Uena Naka Street. Which? One closer to train tracks than Naka Street. Sure, dude. What does that put me at? 175? Oh, 176. Nice. Let's go grab that me-man up here at the, like, top left corner. And then we'll chill on getting me-men for a little bit because we're only 23 more after that, I think. So getting very close to done. I want to try to beat Zeus before stream is over today. I don't want to try and go mess with Odin because I don't know how to get to him. We'll save that for next time, probably. Surprised you found me. Edge of the world out here. So quiet, so serene. Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me find you. Very neat area you have here. Very foggy. They couldn't make, like, a really cool landscape for you to look at over here because it would have made the Nintendo Switch explode. If only the game was on PS5. outside of a trophy being like you have to play on the hardest difficulty, although if they had like an NG plus and I could NG plus into the hardest difficulty, I probably would have gone out of my way to platinum this game. On my own time, probably not on stream. All right, cool. Got that done. Got like 23 more me-men to find in this area. Don't have to worry too much about that right now. Let's do... Where do I want to go now? I think I want to go back up to Zeus and try and fight him after I get my Physical Mastery 9. You can NG plus in this game? I definitely would have tried to get the Platinum Trophy on this game if it was on PlayStation then, for sure. I wish. World of Shadows. Hello.
Welcome.
Finally give me... Oh, do I have a new special fusion? What is it? Level 74 Drake. Oh, it must be Vasuki. Fafnir, you're longer, and then Ananta, who I never got. Level 74, we could totally get Vasuki in the near future if we wanted to. Yo, I want Zeus. Zeus looks awesome. So does Odin. They both have awesome designs. I want them. There's Reborn and Newborn. Reborn, you keep everything, so the game is mega easy. Newborn, you keep Compendium, but start at level 1. That's super neat that they have 2 different versions for that. Yeah, I probably won't bother doing that on my Switch version of the game, but if this game had a PlayStation version, I would definitely try and get the Platinum Trophy in it. I think this would be a fun game to Platinum. Persona games were fun to Platinum. Well, Persona 4 trying to Platinum, that made me want to die because you had to, like, do the book thing. Like, the way of getting books in that game was dumb. But I really enjoyed Platinuming the first Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. Apotheosis, please. Physical Mastery 5. Let's go. Alright, now I have a good enough amount of glory. I think I'll take Skillful Conservation first. This seems more useful for bosses than Constant Vigilance is.
You wish to learn.
So give me that. And then next we'll probably get Constant Vigilance, and then we'll look at whatever we want after that. I'm not really worried about skills at this point. I have all my masteries and the other stuff that I really wanted. Anything else from here on is just a bonus. Hit me with the save. As you've already said, you're not getting the DLC, but what about the super boss? Will you attempt it? Maybe. It really depends on what's going on around the time I finish this game. Because we're almost at the new year. I need to start a Redux playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn soon, because I really want to play through all of Horizon Zero Dawn again before Forbidden West comes out, and it comes out in mid-February. Chat said that they would bribe me to play Legends of Arceus again, so unless chat was lying about that, I'm probably going to end up playing that game in January, which is going to take up more time. I have another Digimon playthrough planned that I would like to start in January, but I have to finish Hacker's Memory for that, so it really depends on what all is going on. But as of right now, the odds are high. What is the DLC like in this game, chat? Like, would it be, like... The DLC has, like, actual bosses and stuff associated with them, right? But is it, like, meant for early game or late game? Like, if I got the DLCs now, would it be, like, a waste of my time? Or would it give me, like, cool bosses to fight? The Demophine DLC is the only one worth it IMO, which is meant for for any time in the game. Mid to late game, you could destroy early DLC bosses. Nice. Demophine DLC, if you get it now, you're too high level. Okay. Well, I probably won't bother with the DLC then. DLC have bosses throughout the game except the last boss. It would be a waste. Scales up, but Demifiend is way too hard. The bribe, we weren't kidding. Well, no, I'm sure some people in chat were like, we weren't kidding about bribing you, but it only matters if the people who are willing to gift subs will actually go through with it or not.
Hey,
Hello, thank you. The Mephisto DLC is about your level, but that's just one fight. So it just adds things to fight. It just, like, adds bosses. It doesn't add any, like, actual, like, there's no, like, sort of storyline thing going along with it or anything. It's literally just like, hey, fight this boss. And then you can, like, fuse it or whatever. That's what it's about. It sounds like the DLC wouldn't be super worth my time, to be honest. It sounds neat, but it doesn't sound like it's for me with the way that I played the game so far. It has as much of a story as the rest of the game, so it, you know, bare bones. I feel like this game has, like, there are probably some people who are watching this or have played this, and they're like, this game does too have a story. It does. But I feel like this game doesn't have a story so much as it has lore. And the lore in this game is awesome. The way the Nahobino works, the way, like, Bethel exists, and how all of that goes together. The lore in this game is really cool. Humans having knowledge that matches a demon, and, like, a demon's knowledge can die with a human like they did to Zeus, but then it can, like, be rebirthed over time. Really awesome lore in this game. Actual story, practically non-existent. Which is disappointing, because I would have loved, like, a more thought-out story being a part of this, because I think the lore in the world setting is amazing. But, again, you know, that's just not what they were going for. So, you know, what are you gonna do? I went the wrong way to get to Zeus. Whoops. My B. It's more Dark Souls story? I've never played Dark Souls, but I'll take your word for it. I know that Dark Souls is very lore heavy, and then it's mostly just about difficult bosses, right? Wasn't that your complaint with Breath of the Wild? I had multiple complaints with Breath of the Wild. I did dislike that Breath of the Wild was, like, I don't know. Because, not really that it's, like, I don't know. I just don't like the lore of Breath of the Wild all that much, I guess. Because, like, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess definitely have more story than Breath of the Wild do. But, like, Zelda games are not heavy on story. I think my complaint about, like, the story, quotation marks, and lore of Breath of the Wild is that a lot of people are like, it's amazing, but I think it's very meh. I have a lot of problems with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is a good game, but it is insanely overhyped. It's really not that amazing. Zeus got the lightning, can destroy the whole universe. Yeah, scary. That is pretty spooky, dude. I hope Breath of the Wild 2 is better. Absolutely, I'm gonna play that game. I mean, Breath of the Wild was good. I feel like whenever I talk about Breath of the Wild and I point out how I didn't like it, like, a ton, like other people do, people are like, oh, why do you dislike Breath of the Wild? I don't think the game is bad. I just think, like, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess are better, and it's really upsetting that so many people act like Breath of the Wild is, like, the best game ever. And as a result, now they're like, they made that, like, what was it, Link's Awakening remake or whatever?
Oh, you want some?
Like, they did that, but other than that, they went straight from Breath of the Wild to Breath of the Wild 2, and so for someone like me who prefers Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, it's really disappointing to see that Nintendo might just be like, hey, we're not gonna make Zelda games like that anymore, we're just gonna keep making more Breath of the Wilds because people loved it. And I'm like, I got nothing against you making another Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was a good game. Yo, there's a freaking ley line right here. That's insane. Breath of the Wild was a good game. Make a sequel. I'll play it, and maybe I'll like it more. Maybe I'll like it less. I'm pretty sure I'll still like it. But, like, you know, it doesn't look like you're ever going to make another game like Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess again, and that's a major letdown because I adore those games. I love them. Cass, did you just forget about the Skyward Sword remake? That was not a remake. That was a remaster. They did not make that game. They remastered it. They remastered it and released it. That's not the same as making a new game.
Be careful.
Yeah. Powerful demon. Did I save? I don't remember if I saved at this ley line. I probably did, because I usually do on instinct, but let's double check and make sure. We're just gonna give this a go as is, and then if his unique multi-hit strong move is still too good for us to deal with, I did save, I figured, then we will reassess and, like, try and bring Giri Mikala, like, give me Giri Mikala null elec from someone, and then bring Giri Mikala to, like, reflect Fizz to end his turns faster if he does that. So let's give it a try. Zeus seems a lot more difficult than Vasuki's setup was.
What's all that racket? You're Tsukuyomi's mongrel. Come to try your hand at deicide? I've had enough nasty surprises. I looked for the human with my knowledge, and you know what I found? The demons already killed them. Now I'm stuck wasting time until another human with my knowledge comes down the proverbial pipe. But a few centuries is nothing to me. I can afford to wait until my next human partner is born. At the very least, I've more than enough time to play with you. So let's have some fun.
I wonder what made them decide to design Zeus with like this light and dark half thing he has going on. It's very interesting. I definitely should have gotten Magasuhi going into this fight. I'm a moron. Yo, seeing all these +9s is amazing.